In this video, we are going to discuss about the Cipher feedback mode. Today, we are going to look into a few things about the Cipher feedback mode, which is the introduction, encryption, decryption, advantages and the disadvantages. Before we start, we need to know what is the Cipher feedback mode. Let us do a brief introduction about it. The Cipher feedback mode is also known as CFB, is a mode of an operation for a block cipher. Similar as the cipher block chaining, the ciphertext feedback also involve with initialization vector that encrypt a set number of bits. The CFB uses a block cipher as a component for a random number generator. In the CFB mode, the ciphertext block is encrypted, and the output is XORed with the current plaintext block to create the current ciphertext block. The XOR operation conceals plaintext patterns. The plaintext cannot be directly worked on unless there is retrieval of blocks from either the beginning or end of the ciphertext. In the CFB mode, all the data is encrypted in units smaller than the block size. The Cipher feedback mode is suitable used to encrypt any number of bits such as a single bit or single character by bytes before sending across an insecure data link. Now we will look into the encryption process of the Cipher feedback mode. Firstly, we will have an initialization vector, IV. It can be any bits depend on the user and type of encryption used. In this diagram we show the initialization vector will be 64 bits. Then we will have a key. The both IV and the key will be input for the encryption process. During the encryption process, the key will be used to encrypt the initialization vector. The encryption process will produce an output block which contain of two parts, which is the select part and the discard part. The leftmost S bits will be selected, and the remaining S bits will be discarded. The selected S bit will then be XOR with the first S bits of plaintext to produce a ciphertext. Now, to create the next IV, we will need to get the next initialization vector. The initialization vector in the previous step will be shifted left by S bits and used as the leftmost bits of the new IV. The previous ciphertext that we produce will then be reused as the rightmost bits in the new initialization vector. So we have now obtained the new initialization vector. And then, the step previous will be repeated until all the plaintext have been encrypted. Now we will look into the decryption of the Cipher feedback mode. The decryption of the Cipher feedback mode is similar with the encryption process. The only difference is that the position of the plaintext and the ciphertext has been switched. Other than that, all other step is exactly same as in the encryption process. The decryption process will continue until all the ciphertext been decrypted. To further understand about the Cipher feedback mode, we will also look into the advantages and disadvantages of the Cipher feedback mode. Firstly, we will discuss about the advantages of Cipher feedback mode. The Cipher feedback mode does not involve padding because the size of the block is normally chosen to fit the data until to be encrypted. In the CFB, the encryption process is done for the small block of data. In the CFB mode, more than one message can be encrypted with the same key. The decryption can be parallelized. Next we also go through the disadvantages of the Cipher feedback mode. The CFB mode is less efficient compared to the cipher block chaining, CBC, and electronic codebook, ECB. Its encryption speed is significantly slower. In the CFB mode, the patterns at the block level are not preserved. In the CFB, the message block cannot be decrypted from any part or re-encrypted after modification. Next we also go through the disadvantages of the Cipher feedback mode. The CFB mode is less efficient compared to the Cipher blockchaining, CBC, and electronic codebook, ECB. Its encryption speed is significantly slower. In the CFB mode, the patterns at the block level are not preserved. In the CFB, the message block cannot be decrypted from any part or re-encrypted after modification. This is the end of our video. Thank you for listening.